Matthews, and I'm a Regional Community Development Lead, currently leading on NHS at Home at NHS England and Improvement. I'm also a Consultant Practitioner Trainee on my 3rd year here at the Older People and Frailty Pathway. And I'm also, in my spare time, an MPhil researcher for Bournemouth University. There, you have to keep doing it. Okay, so first of all, does anyone know about NHS at Home? Has anyone heard of it? Hands up. Cool, so that's a good thing, about half of you. So programmes in NHSEI are just that, so I'll tell you a little bit more about it. NHS at Home was born out of the pandemic, and it first started by a request from Tim Strawn in the national team to consider how NHS at Home could be seen in people at home. So in wave 1, we saw people with COVID pitch up to ED far too late. They had silent hypoxia, their oxygen saturations were through their boots, and they died, unfortunately. And if they didn't, they ended up in ITU very, very sick. So this was an opportunity to really do things radically different and to pick up people with this bit of kit, although clearly it's not about the bit of kit, that could be picked up, monitor themselves, and sort of revolutionise how we manage people and look and monitor people at home. To date, over 10,000 people in the Southwest have been monitored via oximetry at home. And that's a huge underestimate because the data has had its challenges, hence why I'm talking about this now. So, I lead on the programme, but I could not have done it alone, and I have worked with this amazing set of people and all the AHSN really across the Southwest who supported the implementation of this and the implementation of oximetry at home across all of the Southwest systems. So there were gaps in the data, and we quickly realised within the second wave that we needed to support primary and community teams to better understand their data. And so the PCN lead within the Southwest region, Matthew Dolman, myself, and the AHSNs enlisted the support of the Making Data Count team to take part in a 8-week QI data sprint. And the aim of the data sprint was for any PCN colleague to take part. There are 128 PCNs within the Southwest. They were all invited, anyone interested in data, to come together. Okay, thank you. So Adam and Karen are from the National Making Data Count team. Now, usually you've probably heard of them in secondary care. It's actually very novel. They were the first time that those two individuals had come to work within primary care to look at SPC charts, statistical process control charts, and 60 colleagues within the 38 PCNs that took up the service took part. So you'll be clear, I'm not showing any SPC charts here. That wasn't kind of the commission for the systems to do it, and they would share their data and learn in that space. So the systems collated the data, and this is some of the feedback that we had. So they were able to make some real-time decisions within their PCN. They developed some relationships, and we talk about the access to the data being really key. They had to access the data, work out Excel, even then to do their SPC charts. And that was a real challenge. And I think we need to be open and honest about that from the start. So it was a real learning curve for the Making Data Count team and us. And they felt better equipped. So this was the evaluation that the AHSNs did. Ooh. Okay, and then basically there was around, oh, this should have been, This isn't, sorry. So basically we built on those key relationships that were fostered during the pandemic. And I think it was really key to say that it was open and transparent. So a lot of the feedback was that, oh gosh, NHSEI, collaboration with AHSN, they're all different organisations, and how can we create that space that was open and learning? And I think this is one of the great things to come out of the pandemic, in this sense that this team could really collaborate and learn, and clinical leads who could actually openly share that they didn't know and they couldn't find the data. So we could connect them with people who could find data and really work at pace. And also, because it was 8 weeks, every week we learnt and they shared that data. I think, so what next and what could be done better? I think it was clear that some of the data was a real challenge, and we had 60 people come about in a sort of crisis situation. And I think it would be really great for them in the future to have a little bit more ability to use Excel and to buddy up with a colleague within another PCN, and perhaps for AHSNs in the future to be able to have drop-in clinics outside of this, so they could come. So you will see some resources there that are available. There's a Q Collaborative webinar which Natalie and Cheryl spoke at. There's a whole webinar series if you're interested in SPC charts, and there's a video just explaining of how to populate it via Excel. All of these we did along the way, and then if you want to know more about NHS at Home and the work we're doing, that's the space there. So yeah, any questions?